Welcome back, 3D students. In this video, we're going to talk about smoothing groups. Now, when we're modeling at the subobject level and we are extruding new geometry from a cube, that new geometry that we extrude does not have any smoothing group information attached to it. So what is smoothing group information? Let's demonstrate this with a cylinder. If I turn off edged faces, you can see this a little better. Now this cylinder appears to be smooth. It's shaded as if all sides are together in one unit. If we go to the Modify tab and we uncheck this smooth box here, you'll see suddenly that the sides appear. That's because each one of these sides is now in a different smoothing group than the side next to it, which means it's shaded separately. If we take some of the sides away from this, you can see this even better. You can clearly see that there are only 6 sides or 5 sides to this. And if I check that smooth box again, you can't see those sides really very well from the side, but you can see them from the top. But if we apply that smoothing group information to it, then you can clearly see them. Now in terms of our sword here, you can see that, for example, the edge here is not visible from the top, but it is visible from the edge. You can also see that we have some edges or some different polygons visible here. The smoothing group information for a subobject modeling object can be found in the command panel down in the we have to enter polygon group or polygon mode, sorry, in the polygon smoothing groups rollout right here. And you can see this little table of numbers. When you select a polygon like that one, it will tell you what smoothing group it's in. This one is not in any. If we select these two at the top, you can see they are in smoothing group 3. You can also see that the one next to it is in smoothing group 3. That means that they are shaded together. This one is not in a smoothing group, but if I take this one and I make it 4, we always have to turn off the smoothing group we don't want. You can now see that they are not shaded together. So to fix some of this issue and to make the edge appear like an edge, we need to apply smoothing groups. So let's select all the polygons of the blade like that. And then let's come down to the polygon smoothing groups rollout, and we're going to clear all smoothing group information. And make sure you turn off edged faces when you're doing this so you can see it a little better. Alright, now when we clear that information, you can see that that looks better. But we still need to apply smoothing groups. So let's select the polygons on one side and then the polygons on the other side of the blade. So you should have the face of the blade selected like so. And let's put those in smoothing group number 1. And then let's select this one and this one and put them in smoothing group number 2. Now they can be in the same smoothing group because they're not sharing an edge. Let's select this one and put them in number 3. And then let's select this one and put them in 4. And this one and put them in 5. And now that is all smoothed properly. For these around the top here, you can see this little faceting here. This is happening because these have no smoothing group information at all. So what we need to do with them is put them in a smoothing group. Let's put them in number 1. But see, that now is together with this. So 1 is not the option. Let's put them in 6. Then we'll put these in 6 as well. We want that to be smooth. And you can see that gets rid of that faceting there. And let's do the same for these. Make sure you didn't select anything by accident. Put those in 6 as well, because they're nowhere near each other, so they can be in the same smoothing group. And then let's do this bottom part here. And when we extruded that and pulled that down, you can see we had this faceting here. Let me explain to you what this faceting is about. If I turn on edge faces here, you can see that this is one polygon. But every polygon is actually made of 2 triangles that are together. And there's an edge always there, but you just can't see it. So those 2 triangles need to be in the same smoothing group. And let's put these in, I guess number 4 will be fine. But nope, number 4 is not good. Let's put these in number 1 and turn off any other smoothing group they're in. You can see that looks better. Now we can get rid of this faceting here if we put all of them in the same smoothing group, such as number 1. You can see that goes away. We can also put these in number 1 as well. And that looks like that now. But they can't be in the same smoothing group as this one. But they can be in number 1 because they're nowhere near that one. So we can just alternate these to 1 and oops, see now that's because these are in the same. I made a mistake there. That needs to be in number 2. We always got to turn off whatever smoothing group is already there. So the basic thing with smoothing groups is anywhere you want it to be smooth, you put it in the same smoothing group, and anything you want to have a sharp corner has to be in a different smoothing group as the polygons next to it. Now, I know smoothing groups is confusing, but with practice you'll understand it. In the next video, we'll talk about lighting, and then in subsequent videos we'll talk about materials and rendering. And I'll see you then.